Good morning, everyone. This is Julie McDonald with Microcom Technologies, and I'd like to thank all of you for attending today's webinar with ReadyNet Solutions. Today's host is Bill Pedersen, and he is their Voice Product Director, and he'll be presenting today. If anyone has any questions, please submit them in the question box, and Bill will answer them at the end of today's presentation. Bill, thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate your time. Looking forward to the information you are going to share with us. I'm finished for now. Please go ahead and take it on over.
Thank you, Julie, and thanks everyone for attending today. I hope this will be informative and worth your time this morning, and hopefully everyone's safe as well. Wish you all the best. Today we're going to talk about ReadyNet's analog telephone adapters, or ATAs, and some changes that are coming up that the FCC has had in place for a little time now in regards to FCC-10-72A1. This is a new requirement for POTS lines. And for those that aren't familiar with POTS lines, this is your plain old telephone service, your analog phone line that you can order from your CenturyLink, your local phone service provider. Just traditionally runs over a copper pair and comes into your home or into your business. And some new changes that have come up, have been out there for a while. Not a lot of people have been paying attention about this, but could be very beneficial for your business, for your opportunities, and also for your customers. As service providers, we always look to capture as much of the reoccurring revenue stream that we would like. And so outside of internet services, a very popular one is voice services. And traditionally, most service providers will run a hosted or a SIP service for their customers. They could also run POTS lines if they work with master agents and play with the big carriers out there to provide these services. But if you have your own switch, whether it be a BroadSoft, Cisco, or a Metaswitch, or Silhouette, or maybe it's just an asterisk-based free switch or something like that, you can provide voice services to your customers. And under the new requirements, FCC is requiring that service providers provide alternative solutions for voice services that would not require a traditional copper line. And this goes in effect, I believe, if I remember right, August 22nd of this year. So this brings up some great opportunities. Now, most of us that are looking at voice lines, are just thinking, like a home phone line, and maybe an analog line in the office or something like that. And what we run over those could be all kinds of items. We could be, doing fax services, or we could be doing just voice services in general. We could also be running alarm lines or elevator lines as well. And so that's what we're going to talk about is the ReadyNet Solutions product offering for ATAs and how you can take advantage of it. So we're going to just use our web page for today and just go over a few of the products and just get you familiar with it. And then if you have questions, please save those questions here for the end, and we'll do our best to answer those for you on this webinar. So if you go to, it's very simple, ReadyNetSolutions.com is the best way to get to our page. And then if you go down under products, you have managed ATA VoIP routers. Or managed analog telephone adapter VoIP, voice over IP routers. And we'll just click on there. And this is our first one that shows up. This is our QX300. We've had this router for quite some time. But what is very unique about this router, this ATA here, just plugs straight. It's kind of like a hockey puck, a little more square than round, but just plugs directly into the wall. Then you can connect your WAN connection. Also gives you a pass-through LAN connection on the device. Then you've got your RJ11 that you can plug in your analog line from there. It is a managed router as well, so it does provide IP address, and it also has Wi-Fi built in this, and it allows us to. There's two purposes for this. I tell our customers the great thing about the QX300 is that I can extend an existing network connection where maybe I don't have a traditional Ethernet cable, and I can bridge this device to my existing Wi-Fi that I have in the office. And then from there, I now have an Ethernet drop, and I also have an RJ11 registration for that. So a couple of examples. We work with a company out of Washington, I believe, FaxBack, that does an embedded application for their services on this device. So I can literally plug this anywhere in my office. I don't have to move my fax machine around. I don't have to move my I don't have to move my well, any device that you'd normally need Ethernet connection to. I can extend that to that spot within the office. So this makes for a really good solution. Easy, it's a managed device through RN Control, and it will register with Broadsoft, Asterix, Metaswitch, and a new one that we're very proud of is Silhouette, which is the Mitel platform. And so if you've got Mitel IP services, you can register this device to that as well. Okay, so just a single port ATA that has Wi-Fi that makes it a lot more convenient for connectivity in spaces that you might not have a traditional Ethernet line. Might be in the back of a warehouse or something, or in a mail room or something. As we roll down, we do have, this is another ATA managed router. This has dual lines on it. So same thing, you can see we've got our LAN connection, we have our WAN connection, so we can pass through Ethernet if we need to, so we're not stealing too much of the switch or a port, or if I need to plug a PC in behind here because I only have one Ethernet drop in that area. But now I have two ATA devices that I can register that operate independently. So you can have up to 2 concurrent calls running out of that device at the same time. As we go down, we get bigger. So we go from our 2-port to the QX204, which is our 4-port ATA. And same thing, WAN, LAN, and 4 ATA ports. Now, on these two devices, differences between this and the QX300 is that we do not have Wi-Fi on these devices here. So, and we keep going down, and now we've got our, you got it, the 208, which is our 8-port ATA as well. Yeah, still same on the back, WAN LAN type connection. So you do have pass through as well too. So we also support when we're talking about fax services. That's a big one. We do support what I would call, well, the T.30 fax protocol. So T.38 and T.30, which is the other one, for fax services. So you get that streamlined services connectivity. They auto negotiate from the sending party to the receiving party to pass that fax transmission through. So But yeah, so a lot of applications that we're seeing in these, we do see companies use these for alarm line panels that provides that RJ11 connectivity. And there are some that are still out there, and a lot of them are migrating to what I would call LTE based applications. So they run their services over LTE. We do have new product announcements that'll address those in the future. We also have some of our managed wireless routers. You'll notice that on our wireless routers, if it has a MS or an M, those are managed, but the S is for SIP trunking. So if we click on those, let's see if I don't have a back view on it, but these routers also provide for voice services as well as our 4G LTE 520S router that also has voice services as well on an LTE router. So you've got a WAN connection. You can set it up for failover. If the primary internet goes down, it'll fail over to 4G LTE, and your SIP services will stay registered. Still supports that T.38 fax protocol as well, and you can use those for services. There's the back view, and we've got our dual ATA ports on the back of that. So there's a lot of options for you. Whether you're looking at just a simple consumer residential user for IP services, and you want to provide them with some SIP trunking as well, we do have those products. And then we also have our managed ATA voice products. And with that, I will open it up for any questions that anyone has.
Thank you so much, Bill, for that presentation and that information that you shared with us. I do have a couple of questions. Let's get started. First
Awesome.
question here, does the QX also have charging ports?
A charging port. Not sure what they mean by charging port. Maybe they can come back and identify that. We don't do any, I mean, they're typically powered by a wall adapter on the QX202, 204, and 208s. But a charging port, I'm not familiar with.
Okay, no problem. Perhaps they will chime in and expand on that.
Yes.
Question here for you. Is the QX300 intended for home or office?
Yeah, it actually can be used in both. I would say today we see the QX300 in more of an SMB and enterprise play for fax services.
Okay, thank you so much. Next question for you. If we go to your website, obviously we can find lots of information. Can we also find customer service and tech support from ReadyNet Solutions? Yes.
So up at the top of the page, when you log into the ReadyNet web page, there's a support page. And I'll break this out for you because it is broken down by product. So if you have one of our 4G routers, you can just go to support and documents. This is where you'll find all the latest firmware releases and some good instructions on how and manual guides, to operate or to answer some of your questions that you might have. We also have an auto provisioning manual. You need just a user manual, install guide, AT&T approvals on this one in particular. But then also you'll notice at the very bottom, there is a contact us page, and you can click on that and there is our customer service information, option 1 for our phone number, and you can also email us either to customerservice@readynetsolutions.com or engineering@readynetsolutions.com. Or you can just send us a little fill in, put your name, email, and phone number, a good number that we can reach you at, and a short message, and we'll get back to you. As these come in, we try to get within these at least same business day that we get these. If not, early the next morning, you'll get a call from one of our representatives.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Bill. Will we also be able to find data sheets on some of your products if that's what someone's looking for?
Yeah, so all of our data sheets will be under our products. So once you select the product group, like on the QX300, you can see my mouse over the QX300 data sheet, and also a direct link to our support page for that product as well.
Excellent, thank you. Next question here for you. Is the firmware upgradable via wireless connection?
I'm thinking this is more of an LTE question for our 4G LTE routers. And I could see where it would be on the QX300. Yes, the answer is yes. All of firmware updates can be done over Ethernet or wireless. And they're typically done from our management portal. So you, as the end user or customer, managed service provider, I should say, not the end customer, but as the managed service provider, you can schedule these updates or go in and manually set the update for those devices.
Excellent, thank you so much. Next question here. For your company, ReadyNet, how is the supply chain working for you? Are you guys being able to manage that pretty good, and timing-wise, what can you tell us about that?
That's a great question. Supply chain is, as we all know, has been very challenging. We've had to discontinue a product due to supply chain issues, but then yet it also creates new opportunities for us for new products as well too. So it is something that we continually work on a weekly basis, if not a daily basis, on to make sure that all of our supply chains, our factories, have the components that they need, so we can continue to provide products in a timely manner. Right now, our warehouses are pretty full, so we've got a good run on products at this time. But it constantly changes.
That is great news. Thank you so much for that, Bill. Next question here for you. The USB port for storage, does it have a limit on storage capacity? Can it support up to 2 TB, it says here, of storage?
That's a good question. I would have to get back to you on that. I honestly don't know what the maximum I don't know what the maximum storage size is on a USB on a thumb drive. I do know we've done. I know we've done a terabyte on them, but I don't know if we've done 2 terabytes. So I would have to check on that.
No problem. That's something we can follow up on.
Yes. You're more than welcome to order one and try it out.
Okay. Thank you
very
so much.
Inexpensive.
Also regarding different resources on your website, is there a community forum that one could find?
You know, we don't have a community forum on our website. There are some others that are out there in the industry that will have, community forums that will, talk about products and that, but we don't manage one or maintain one ourselves.
No problem, Bill. Thank you so much for your incredible presentation today and for answering all of those questions for us. And thank you to everyone for attending. And if anyone has any further questions, please feel free to contact your sales rep or email us at sales@microcomtech.com. And if you wish to view any of the products mentioned or shown today, please visit us at www.microcom.us. And remember, this webinar presentation has been recorded and will be uploaded to our Microcom YouTube channel so you can view it again and see all this information that Bill has shared with us today. Thank you so much, everyone, for your attendance. Bill, thank you. Until next time, bye-bye for now and have a fantastic day.
Thank you, Julie, and everyone else. Have a great day.
Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.